What is going on, everybody? What is going on? It's your man, DJ Tamik. Hey, we are back with another episode of To Ask a DJ. Hey guys, what is going on? What is going on? Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for rocking with us here at Tamik Entertainment. We're back. We're dropping another episode here. I know we have been gone for a while, but as y'all can see, we got some new equipment. We had to get some stuff in place for you guys because we want to be able to give you the best possible content for not only a decision of using Tamik Entertainment as your DJ officiant, which we'll get into, an MC for your special event, but also just as a reference point. Sometimes we have people that will contact us just with questions. Just different things that they would like to know before even starting the whole process. And I tell people all the time, you know what? You may not go with us for your particular day, but we're still here to answer any questions that people may have. So we just wanted to make sure that we have the platform straight and ready for you guys to go. All right. So as we get back into this, we are getting back into somewhat of normalcy, I will say, with different event halls, with different vendors as a whole. Because obviously, with COVID, there was a lot of things, and especially with here in Florida, with all of the hurricanes and things like that, a lot of venues took damage. Some never were able to recover and ended up having to be torn down. There was a hotel out in Treasure Island that happened to. So when you think about what is going on in the world of weddings, birthday parties, anniversary parties, holiday parties, backyard parties, we've done this year engagement parties again. When you think about that, now you're looking at an aspect of, okay, how much information is too much? How broad do these things go? Things like that. So we're actually going to be getting into a lot of that on this particular platform. All right. So to kind of give you guys just a recap of me, my name is DJ Tamik. I started way, way, way back in the day in the DC, Baltimore area. Really honed my skills in nightclubs and skating rinks, really nightclubs that I was too young to be in, skating rinks and birthday parties, private parties, things like that. As it progressed, I started doing a lot of weddings and more formal events. So I've been doing this now for a number of years, well over 35 years. So it has been fun. It is an ever evolving industry. Like I tell people, when you start off with, Technique turntables and big old Sern Vega speakers to go now to a controller that is digital and a hard drive, which holds all of your music instead of having to carry around all of those crates and everything like that. It makes it different. It does make it different, and it makes it feel, for a lot of us who are old school, you'll hear some people say that it makes it feel like it's easier. It's not as complicated as it was back in the day. The jury's out on that, because when you're dealing with a lot of these new electronical components, now you have to learn those. It was a thing back in the day. You had your turntables, you mark on your album where your scratch mix blend started, however you want to call it, and then you would go from there. Nowadays, you have to deal with your cues and your digital cues and your hotspot cues and this cue and making sure that the BPMs, obviously you always cared about BPMs, but you had more flexibility with it back in the day. Now you actually know that this particular song is 85 beats per minute. this particular song is 96 beats per minute. So how do I make that blend flow? How do I make it so that no one leaves the dance floor? Everyone is still having a good time. And it is actually an exciting thing that now I brought that new song into the party and introduced it. So there's a lot of different things that go in with that. There's a lot of different things that go into your mindset, your prep, knowing and reading your dance floor. I belong to a Facebook group where it's essentially DJs helping other DJs, and there are a lot of beginner DJs in there, and a lot of their questions are, how do I read a floor? What things do I look for? What are the aspects of music that I need to know? It, when it comes down to music, it's knowing not only what the popular songs are, but some of those deep cuts that may not get a lot of play, but still are bangers. So you have to know that. You have to know, how many songs can you run in an hour if you're doing a particular mix, because your time frame, especially let's say you're doing a wedding, your time frame now, it's going to be broken up, because you're going to have your first dance, your parent dances, um, any specialty dances with the kids or anything like that if they're there. Then you're going to get into your cake cutting and then your party. But then something may happen where bride, groom, mother of the bride, somebody in the bridal party will come up and be like, hey, this particular person didn't get a chance to say a speech. So obviously you're going to clear that with the people who hired you, clear that with the bride and groom if they're not the ones that hired you as well. But now you may have a break in your music. So what does that look like? So there are a lot of different things that go into this whole thing of DJing and MCing. MCing is basically, it's your personality. Yes, you're spinning the music. Yes, but are you integrating the crowd? Are you keeping them hype? I have a little trick, not going to tell you, but there's one thing that I do at events, and it allows me then to go deeper into the crowd. So it's that little niche that basically is like a key. It opens up to so much more. So you have to find out what your niche is. You have to find that out and work on it. This is something that, you know, I've done over and over and over again, and it helps. You'll always be able to find what works for you. And that's the important thing. So one of the things that we wanted to do here is just kind of get back to making content, get back into delivering information to you all, dropping it on our page. We're going to be revamping our website. So we're going to be doing a lot of things here in the near future to really make it more interactive for not only you, also for us, potential clients, clients that have already hired us, past clients that are now looking for anything that we have dropped for their event, pictures, videos, any content. Really going to make it an interactive platform so that everyone can get their information. So in the beginning, I made mention about officiating. So we are now officially licensed to do officiating in the state of Florida. It is absolutely awesome. We've been licensed now for a little over 2 years, 3 years, 3 years. So we've been able and have done some great events, officiating and DJing as well, which really messes people up because they try to think, okay, how can you be the officiant and still do the ceremony music? Well, you have to contact us for that. We're not going to give out that particular trade secret that we have. So if you book with us, you want us to be your officiant, you'll find that out during our consultation of how we do this and how we make it work flawlessly so that even your guests don't know that I'm actually the one DJing the ceremony as well. It is a cool trick that we have. Obviously, it is based off of having the right technology, the right know-how, and just having fun with you, with your guests, with your family, with your friends, and making it an enjoyable day for everybody. So one of the questions that I get asked is, DJ Tamik, what is your setup timeline? Here's the thing. We offer 4 different packages. Each one goes progressively more complicated and has more equipment that we would bring with us. So our setup time can go anywhere from, let's say, a half hour to about an hour and a half, depending on which package that you go with. Obviously, we want to set up enough time in advance. I like to have at least a half hour in between the time that I'm finished setting up and when the event starts. The reason for that is I am a stickler about a finished product. I don't like people seeing us putting stuff away when guests are arriving. So before the guests arrive, I like to have about 30 minutes. Let's say if your event starts at 6, we know guests are going to start filing in at around 5:30. I want to have setup done by 5 o'clock. So then I have that half hour to do my sound check, make any adjustments, and most importantly, get those boxes and everything out of the way so that when people walk into your space, or they walk into the backyard, or they walk into the rec center, or wherever, they come in to a finished product. I'm able to greet them with a smile, with kind words, welcoming them to your event. And now we're not sitting here scrambling, trying to do things behind the scenes while, if my assistant is there, they're trying to pack things up. And no. I don't like that. That bothers me to no end. I want to make sure that for you and your family, friends, everything is done. It's put away. So there is no worries. What we are working with is what we have. If we're dealing with light, the lighting is up. If we have a gobo's up. It's shining where it needs to shine. Up lights all the way around the room. Boom, we got those knocked out. They're on. They're in the color that you wanted. Let's go. So to answer that question, it can be, again, half hour to hour and a half, with that half hour space for allowing us sound check and cleanup, basically. And same for breakdown. Obviously, breakdown is a little bit different. Once the event is over, obviously all of your vendors are going to be packing things up and moving things in and out, family members, friends, cleaning up, all of that good stuff. So with breakdown, it's not as time structured, I would say. But if we are in a particular venue and they have, a time frame of, okay, your event ends at 9 o'clock, but you need to be out of the venue by 10 o'clock, we then know, okay, we have an hour. We got to get everything packed up. We got to get everything cleaned up. I like to leave the space, if not the same way that I got it, a little bit better. So I'll sweep, around my area, pick up any trash, make sure that it is nice, it's presentable, and it's ready to go for the next day. I've been in the restaurant business and things like that. So seeing when people do those small things that really make a big difference on not only you, your staff, your deposit, the venue, the relationships that myself as a vendor with the venue have, it is very, very important to cultivate those in a positive way and keep them moving forward. So, hey guys, like I said, I just wanted to get back into it, drop this video. Let me know what you guys want to know about. Drop any questions, any comments, things like that. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, and also on our webpage. We'll have that information in the links below and in the description. Make sure that you like the page, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so that you are aware when we drop new content. All right, guys, this is DJ Tamik. I am signing off. We will see you guys next week.